So right now I decided that I really wanted to talk to you guys about a topic that is pretty embarrassing for me. I've dealt with pretty much half of my life. It's a condition that I have, and it's more common than I ever thought it was before. I did a lot of research on it during the time period where I was trying to find ways to fix it and to really just deal with it and to overcome it mostly. So it's the term called hyperhidrosis. If you know what hyperhidrosis is, and if you live with it and you're aware of what it is, you know how unbearable it can be. Hyperhidrosis basically is a condition of the sweat glands in the underarm area where you sweat profusely and you cannot stop. For me, it started when I was in 5th grade, and it had been going ever since. I went to school for the longest time, from about middle school, beginning of middle school to end of high school, wearing just, really big shirts, big sweatshirts, trying to cover up the fact that I have this condition. I didn't want anybody to see. I was so embarrassed. I wanted to crawl underneath a rock and everything, because I would end up at the end of the day, going to school, high and dry, coming home from school. I would end up with these huge just rings of sweat all over the place, embarrassed all the time. And I'm embarrassed putting this video up because I don't really like telling people about this, but there are girls out there that have this condition, such as myself, that need to know how to fix it, and there are ways. Basically what happened was I went through school having bringing with deodorant all the time, only wearing certain color shirts blacks, whites, certain degrees of shirt colors so nobody could see what was going on, and I felt so bad all the time. I couldn't wear any cute tops, I couldn't wear any, cute frilly things because it would show. It would show all over the place, so it was really, really hard for me. And the one thing that I did like, though, was on the golf team we got these polo shirts that would expel water. They never got wet, ever. So that was the good news. That was good for me. I loved it. But, I couldn't wear anything like this even. Even this would be bad. And, I went through all that. I had shirts ruined left and right. Nothing was good. I tried everything. Powder method. This is the generic Jewel Osco brand that, would I thought it would, be like rice. I love the smell of baby powder. This is the shower and bath deodorant body powder. And it's got, baking soda and cornstarch, and I was like, well, you know what, it could really sop up that sweat and really just dry it up. Didn't work. I also used ways of I went as far as getting breastfeeding pads and putting them in my shirt and letting that absorb the water, and I would come home and they would just be soaked, and I was like, this is getting ridiculous because I can't even go to school without this happening. Luckily after that was like my freshman year of high school. Luckily after that it kind of went away, and it just was it wasn't as unbearable. I think it was because of my hormones and puberty and everything like that, but it was still so embarrassing, and you couldn't justify it in your mind. I tried other things besides the powder and the breastfeeding pads. I came up with that because I needed a way to get rid of it, and I couldn't find any way. Finally, Dove and Degree and Secret came out with these clinical strength deodorants, and I was so excited. I was like, finally, something I can use. And you're supposed to use it before bedtime on clean skin and just let it absorb while you're sleeping. It worked for the first week, and then it stopped. I think because it's got what it needs to have in it, it just doesn't have enough of it. That's the problem for me. The sticks just don't work for me. They're good and they smell nice, and I've heard they work for a lot of other people, but after about a week I started sweating again, and a lot of people are like that. I read a lot of things about that too, that they just started sweating again. And basically they had aluminum zirconium tetrachlorhydrex, which is an antiperspirant. It makes it so your sweat glands stop producing sweat, and it did for about a week and then it stopped. But you know, I tried both brands did not work for me. So then I was pretty much giving up hope, and I had one last hope before going to a dermatologist. Going to a dermatologist for that is just, for me, ridiculous, because I've never even had to go to a dermatologist for my skin. So I was like, well, you know, if this is the one thing I have to go to for, and there are progressions of it too. You go and you get a special type of deodorant. If the deodorant doesn't work, you need to go up to like having a special type of surgery. If that special type of surgery doesn't work with the Botox, then you go in for a different type of surgery and you get the sweat glands completely removed. And I don't want to go into surgery because I don't like knives. So I decided my best bet would be to try certain dry antiperspirants, and it comes in a liquid form and a stick form, but it comes in a roller, and it's liquid, and you put it on before bedtime on clean skin, on clean unbroken skin, so you wait a little while if you shave, and oh my god, it works. So excited to find that. I was like, oh my god, it's got aluminum chloride in it, which is a really strong chemical. I took chemistry, and that is an extremely strong chemical for skin. And it works. It stops the sweat glands. I don't even really have to use this. I can go for like a month and a half without using this, and then I gotta use it again just for like a touch-up. And I don't sweat ever. And I was like, I gotta share this, because there are girls out there, and guys, that, you know, have this, you know, trouble and problem, and this is the way to go. 72-hour protection for me is like month and a half protection. It works wonders. You know, you just keep using it for a while. I used it for a while. I used it for about like 3 or 4 weeks every, you know, other day, and finally it completely stopped. It was like complete, you know, like sweat gland therapy. Use the Certain Dry AM Scented Stick Underarm Refresher, which has the same amount of aluminum zirconium trichlorohydrex glycine as like Degree does for women and men. So I mean, you could get just the Degree stick and it's the exact same thing, but it really makes it so this stuff, you know, keeps working. You smell great all day. It works really nicely. It has a clean scent. It's shower fresh. It smells really nice. That's basically my secret I wanted to share with you guys today, and it's something that's really embarrassing for me to share, but I feel like there's other girls out there that need to know about it. I've been sweating for a very long time now because of it. You know, I haven't even had to worry about it. I can wear my cute little shirts. It's not a big deal. I don't ruin shirts left and right, and I actually fixed a lot of my shirts too, and this is my last secret from when I was younger that I really, really liked and I wanted to salvage, and because, you know, you don't want it to smell like BO. The way that I was able to salvage it, guys, was the OxyClean Max Force Gel Stick, and this is the only thing I have found that has actually fixed anything that remotely has any type of sweat on it. That's all I wanted to share with you guys today, and it's something that's embarrassing to me. I don't know when I'm going to put this up. It may be a while until I get, you know, a little bit of courage for me to do it, but that's about it. And I hope you guys really enjoy it. For the people that have problems with sweat glands, who have hyperhidrosis, who know what I went through, I know what you're going through. It's not nice. It's not fun. It's not something that you can be like, oh, whatever. No, it's so noticeable. Even if it's not to other people, it is to you. So I completely understand. And that's all I wanted to share with you guys. You can leave a comment below asking me questions. Maybe you got a comment, you know, advice, something. Just share it. I'd love to read about it. And that's about it. So I will talk to you later. Don't forget to subscribe. And see you next time. Bye, everyone.
How you brush your hair? You already brushed it.
What are you doing?
I'm brushing my hair.
Talk normal.
I'm brushing my hair.
This is Anthony. Special, we just accept it. Say bye, Anthony.